All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us today for this edition of Long's Coffee Break. My name is Andrew Schmidt. I'm a VRV sales engineer here at Long. Today, Shri is going to be talking about Hero Pro. Daikin is launching a new centralized controller, which is called the Hero Pro. It allows for modern cloud connectivity for Daikin VRV systems. Shri Swaminathan, Daikin VRV Controls Manager, is going to be presenting on this today. And with that, Shri, take it away.
Thank you, Andrew, and thank you everyone for taking the time to be part of this session. I'm Sri Swaminathan, manager VRV controls as well as light commercial business, and today we'll cover the Hero Cloud Pro Edge and the Daikin Hero Pro Edge is going to be a new centralized controller that will take the place of the iTouch Manager, and it will connect to the VRV system in the building. And from there, you're going to have a cloud access, which is essentially you're getting a remote access to all of the systems. And with that, you get trending and analytics and remote control as well to that VRV project. And the solution is split into two different layers. There is going to be a hardware layer, which we are referring to today as Daikin Hero Pro Edge. And we also have the cloud piece of it, which is a subscription-based service, which is going to provide us with the visualization, the remote access, the multi-site capability, and things like that, which I'll cover a little bit more in detail as we go. Um, so the Hero Pro Edge is designed to be your new centralized controller for the VRV system. So typically a project that is above a 5 outdoor units or 60 indoor units, they're going to have some sort of a DOA system or a rooftop unit that goes along with it. And what we can do with the Hero Pro Edge now is combine all of the VRV system, combine all of the ancillary equipment such as DOAs, boiler systems, and things like that, put everything into a single solution. So essentially, for a building controls, you would only have a single source solution that will provide both VRV, the DOAS air handlers, as well as the control systems that goes with it. The Hero Cloud Services, when it launches, it's going to bring powerful VRV control. So what does that mean is that you're going to have auto changeover, you're going to have scheduling, you're going to have tenant billing, you're going to have set point range limitations, button prohibits at the local thermostat. All of that will be programmable through the Hero Pro Edge remotely. And on top of having controls for the VRV, it'll also be able to control outside air systems in that building. So if it is a Daikin applied Rebel system or a Maverick 2 and things like that, you're going to be able to remotely control and view all of the systems along with VRV in a single pane of glass. And we are also providing some AI-based energy savings algorithm in the cloud so that a building owner can come and tune how their system adapts to different climate changes and things like that so they can draw more energy savings from it. Also, of course, because it's a cloud-based service, you're going to have remote access, remote control of all of the systems that is connected into the Hero Cloud Services. One of the things I want to stress here is the Hero Cloud Services by default is multi-site capable. So what does that mean is if I'm a building owner, I have one building, great, I can see all of my building in the cloud. But at the same time, if I'm a building owner, I have 10 buildings, all 10 buildings roll into the same dashboard. So it is multi-site ready by default. And apart from controlling DOAS outside air handler from Daikin, this Hero Pro Edge is extendable to have rooftop unit, mini split units and other Daikin products as well. So you can actually have all of the Daikin products and some third-party products all under one control system in a single source. And we will also, because the data now lives in the cloud, now we can run analytics in the cloud as well. And we are able to run some advanced analytics, such as compressor failure alerts, sensor failure alerts, and refrigerant charge integrity. So as there was some kind of a slow leak or things like that, the system is aware, and it's going to give you predictive alerts earlier on before it becomes a catastrophic failure. So that is where the predictive analytics comes into the play. So if you look at the overall architecture of the Hero Pro Edge, by default, the hardware itself is capable of connecting up to 14 outdoor units and 128 indoor units. Okay. Now, what if my project is much bigger than that? In that case, we have an expansion adapter slots that takes the entire system all the way up to 512 indoor units and 56 outdoor units. So it is greatly expandable even for larger project. And it does have an optional RS-485 port in which we can connect our I/O modules to connect discrete sensors such as CO2, carbon monoxide monitoring. If you have sump pump alarms and things like that that you're incorporating in the design, those can be monitored directly by our ProEdge hardware. Now, on top of that, if you have systems that are communicating already on BACnet, so think about outside air handlers, rooftop systems, makeup air units, and ERVs that come with their own BACnet controller. Those can all be connected back into the ProEdge through our BACnet client software option. Then, of course, this is a cloud connected controller. So we will have a mechanism available at the site to go to the cloud so that everything is internet enabled. And you would also have the capability to do tenant billing. So if this is applied in a multifamily application or if it's a rental type solution for commercial applications, then you can do tenant billing as well in case of shared condensers. Now, we have at this point two separate hardwares that will connect to the Hero Cloud Services. So far, I've talked about Hero Pro Edge, but also we have Hero Simple Edge, which is a monitoring only device. With both of these devices, you are going to get dashboarding, multi-site capability. You will get notifications in case of there's an alarm. There's energy data display, which I'll talk about a little bit more as we go along. You have charting capability, ticketing systems, commissioning reports, and maintenance reports, and things like that. That is available on both of these hardwares. Where ProEdge makes additional sense and where it brings a little bit more power is able to provide you with unit controls. You can remotely control the unit, you can schedule, you can have I/O modules, you can do TOAS integration, you can do auto changeover, floor plan view, and things like that. And eventually, in the future, this hardware will act as a gateway to connect VRV system to the BMS as well. So all of that is coming into this one hardware, which we are making it a fairly powerful device for our buildings. Speaking specifically to the Hero Cloud Services, when a customer logs in to the Hero Cloud Services, when we set out to create this product, we said that customer could be a technician, it could be a building manager. It could be a technician at the building level. It could be a contractor. It could be a maintenance person. It could be an engineer. It could be our sales channel. So regardless of who's logging in, we want to make sure to give the best experience for that particular user type. So what we have done is we have created a voice of customer council who actually reviews all of our design before it makes it to the cloud services. So any web page that we create for our Hero Cloud Services, we first check with them. Hey, does it make sense to you? Do we get to what you're looking for in a much more presentable manner? And we release that. And that is one of the things have been very successful for us during this hero journey so far. So when a customer logs into the Hero, the first thing they're going to see is the dashboard. In the dashboard, we'll give you a high-level overview of all the systems in the build in their user account. So that user account, like I mentioned earlier, it can be one building or multiple buildings. Hero by default is multi-site capable. So all Hero connected devices will come to one single user login, and from there that user can say if I have units that are offline, units that are in errors, problems, and things like that. They can see it more visually from the Hero dashboard. Then I also have a quick snapshot of how the sites are performing as well in here. But at the same time, we have a extensive alarm dashboard. So the VRV in general is capable of diagnosing its own faults, and it'll give you an error code. But after that error code, Hero takes that to a next level because it takes that error code, which is an alphanumerical number, but actually from there, it gives you an alarm description and it gives you possible causes why you got these errors and what you can do to fix it. So tech tips to fix it. And along the same page, we have a comment section. So if I'm a technician, I'm working on it and I have some notes to leave, then I can use the same alarm dashboard to leave notes and create a nice digital thread for the alarms that I'm using fixing right now. And it gives you access to our remote monitoring specialist who can assist with some other alarm troubleshooting as well. And one of the very strong points of Hero that I like is we store data for 5 years on a minute-to-minute basis. Uh, that is a lot of data and a lot of troubleshooting capability that we give. And the graphing charts are already included as part of the Hero. So you don't have to go outside and export a CSV and plot a graph, but actually, as you're viewing your alarms and data in the Hero, you can plot the graphs to troubleshoot a problem. In the future, as we are working beyond this fall, we will start rolling out our predictive alerts. And this is going to be something where we can already predict alerts and alarms and give you notice that, hey, this is something likely to occur on this system. You need to check it. So those predictive alerts are going to come in as we are incorporating AI into our cloud. We also have animated piping diagram where it is very specific to that model number. It is not something to recreate with another software because it Hero automatically recognizes the model number and from there it can populate this and it gives animated. If the unit is in heating mode, cooling mode, defrost, and for example, parallel operation mode on a heat recovery system, it is going to automatically update this piping diagram exactly as it is. And we also give you live data. So one of the things that Hero mentioned, we give you data on a minute-to-minute basis, but how old is that data? That data is actually only 1 minute old. So it is very, very current data. You're looking at the system on a real-time basis when you're using Hero for remote monitoring. And we also have a detailed energy dashboard where you can actually see all of the energy consumption broken down by condenser, broken down by sites. You can compare much different sites together. You can compare different days. So how is today compared to yesterday? You can do all of those calculation directly using our energy dashboard available on certain units. From a control standpoint, we want to make it very easy. We allow you to logically break down that building. You can have a floor level view, and from there you can break that down by zone for control mechanisms as well. And from a scheduling standpoint, we have greatly improved what our scheduling offering is. Now you can do a control event where you can set points, mode of operation, things like that. But at the same time, you can also do energy savings event, indoor unit energy savings event, outdoor unit energy savings event, and even holidays from the cloud. And like I mentioned, this is a remote monitoring service. So of course, remote monitoring is included by default. So there are different user settings available, different permissions. They can access different buildings from anywhere. If it's capable of working with your phone, your tablet, and your computer. So it's any device. As long as you can connect to internet, you can pull up the Hero website and pretty much interact with the data that we already have there. We also have PPD that has been greatly expanded. This is for tenant billing purposes. So once you connect power meters to the Hero Pro Edge, from there you can set up your billing, your rates of billing, and how you want those reports to be generated, and things like that can already be set up using the Hero website. And once we have all those initial details for tenant billing available, we create two types of report. First, we create a site level report. This is for the building owner. So the building owner can actually see how their system's operating. Then we also have a tenant level report. These are the individual bills for each tenant that they can hand over and then collect the fees and things like that later. So there's the Hero automatically creates two types of report when it comes to tenant billing. From a wiring standpoint, like I mentioned, it is taking advantage of our powerful D3 net wiring, which essentially means you can connect up to 14 condensers to one single Pro Edge, but it is actually expandable all the way up to 56 systems. So it is quite powerful, and we use a simple daisy chain logic to connect all of the outdoor units to our Pro Edge. And from the Pro Edge, it's not only just controlling a VRV system, it's actually designed to control third-party systems as well. You can connect our ERV systems together. You can connect our DOA systems in the Pro Edge, kWh meters, lighting control is possible, exhaust fans and pumps. All of that can be controlled by the Hero Pro Edge. And that's it for me. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks, Sri, for the presentation. Thanks to all of you who joined us today. Have a great day, everybody.